On a chilly October evening, Sarah decided to take a detour on her usual hike through the woods. She had heard rumors about an old, abandoned cabin hidden deep within the forest, and her curiosity got the better of her. As she ventured deeper, the trees grew denser and the light dimmer. After what felt like hours, she stumbled upon the cabin. It was more decrepit than she had imagined, with its windows shattered and the door hanging off one hinge. Despite the eerie atmosphere, Sarah felt a strange pull towards the cabin. She pushed the door open, and it creaked loudly, echoing through the silence of the woods. Inside, the air was musty, and the floorboards creaked under her weight. She noticed a dusty journal lying on a small table. She picked it up and began to read. The journal belonged to a man named Thomas, who had lived there decades ago. He wrote about strange occurrences, whispers in the night, shadows moving on their own, and a sense of being watched. His final entry mentioned a hidden room in the basement, where he believed the source of the disturbances lay. Intrigued and a bit scared, Sarah found the basement door. It was locked, but with a firm push, it gave way. The basement was dark and cold, and she could barely see. Using her phone's flashlight, she searched for the hidden room Thomas had written about. In one corner, she found a loose panel. Behind it, a small door led to a cramped room. Inside, she found old, strange symbols etched into the walls and a large, ancient-looking chest in the center. As she approached the chest, she felt a sudden drop in temperature, and the hair on her arms stood up. With trembling hands, she opened the chest. Inside, she found an assortment of old artifacts and a small black book. Just as she touched the book, she heard a whisper right next to her ear, "Leave now." Panicked, she grabbed the book and fled the cabin, not stopping until she was back on the main trail. That night, back home, she opened the black book. It was filled with more of the strange symbols and a language she couldn't decipher. Determined to uncover the mystery, she decided to seek out a historian the next day. But as she lay in bed, the whisper returned. Louder this time. "You shouldn't have taken it." The room grew cooled, and shadows danced on her walls. Sarah realized she had brought something back with her, something that was never meant to be disturbed. This is W.H.T.W. Thank you for watching, and always stay safe.